Hello, 5th primary student, a new math lesson under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. أهلا ومرحبا بكم طلبة وطالبات الصف الخامس الابتدائي ودرس جديد في مادة الرياضيات تحت رعاية وإشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. Our lesson today is called Symmetrical Figures and Axis of Symmetry. We talked before about symmetrical figures and axis of symmetry, and we said that when we have a figure that we can fold on a certain line and it coincides or nothing is left out, then this figure is symmetrical. يعني احنا قلنا لما بيكون عندي figure وعند خط معين which we call the line of symmetry، لما بنقفل او بنطبق الفيجر ده على بعضه مش بيبقى عندي اي حاجه شاذه او طالعه من مكانها. لما بتنيه او بقفله على بعضه بيبقى كانه توأم، مفيش اي اختلاف، الاتنين متماثلين بالظبط. Only then I can say that this figure is symmetrical. لكن لما بقفل figure وبلاقي انه في التو بارتس اللي انا وصلت لهم مش زي بعض بالظبط، يبقى ده it's not symmetrical. زي كف الايد، لما بقفل ايديا الاتنين على بعض ومش بيبقى فيه اي حاجه مختلفه او طالعه كانهم توأم، يبقى دي symmetrical. لكن لما بحط الايدين على بعض كده ففي هنا صباع خارج من الناحيه دي صباع خارج من الناحيه دي، يبقى in this case this is not symmetrical. Okay, as we see in front of us now, we have 4 figures here, and these figures are symmetrical at the dotted line. The dotted line ده اسمه line of symmetry عشان أنا لما باجي أعمل folding for these figures and line of symmetry ده ال 2 parts of every figure is exactly the same, exactly symmetrical. Okay? And we also talked about geometrical transformation, and we said that geometrical transformation means that some changes are going to happen, some changes are going to take place. فيبقى عندي هنا geometrical transformations معناها انه انا هعمل بعض التغيرات على some of the figures that I have. طيب بغيرهم أو بغير أماكنهم إزاي؟ I have 3 ways that I'm going to study transformation through. إحنا قلنا إنه في reflection، في translation and rotation. إحنا will go very fast through the 3 ideas, and after that we will practice on getting an image of a shape using reflection. So here reflection is when I flip the image along a line of symmetry which I call the mirror line. زي كأنه احنا بنبقى واقفين في مراية فشايفين الرفلكشن بتاعتنا قدامنا بصلنا. This is exactly the same. I have a mirror and I have the image or the mirror image of the shape that I am talking about. والmirror line أو line of symmetry ده بعتبره المراية بتاعتي اللي I see the reflection of this shape in. Okay, so as you see here in front of you, I have this dotted blue line. It is my line of symmetry or my mirror line. And if you look at the blue image here, it is 1 unit away from the mirror line. عندي هنا يونت واحدة بس هي اللي بتفصل بين starting point أو بداية رسمة this image وبين mirror line. لما جيت I have got the image of this the mirror image of this shape، أنا لقيت إنه برضو image which is the orange one, it's also 1 unit away from my mirror line. Then the orange image is a reflection, exact reflection of the blue one. لأنه لو أخذنا بالنا the number of units is the same, the number of units the shape is away from the mirror line is the same. كل اللي حصل إنه I reflected it to the other side. It was on the side of the mirror line and I have reflected it on the other side. Here the translation, it's a bit different. In the translation, I move the shape as it is. I don't change the direction. I don't change the orientation of my shape. Direction بتاعه زي ما هو, which means that I have the same shape, size and orientation or direction as it is. كل اللي بعمله إنه لو عندي this is my shape, so I move it either to the right or to the left, up or down, with everything staying as it is. مفيش أي حاجة بتتغير فيه. Okay, so here for example, I have the blue shape. All what I did is that I have moved it the first time down 5 units as we see in the pink shape now. So this is the reflection of the blue shape by translation, and also the orange shape I have moved it to the right hand side 7 units, and also by translation, so nothing have changed زي ما هو بالضبط. The last type, which is the rotation. The rotation is to rotate a shape with a certain degree. فلو عندي القلم بتاعي زي البلو شيب اللي قدامنا على السكرين دلوقتي, it's in its horizontal position, and I'm going to rotate it with 90 degrees, so now it's in its vertical position. So I have rotated it instead of being horizontal. ما كانش عندي angle هنا, now I have 90 degree angle. So this is called rotation. Again, I can rotate it furthermore with angle 180 and so on. Okay, so as you see here, the blue shape in front of us, when I have rotated it with angle 90 degrees, we get the orange shape. This is its rotation. Okay, so now we will talk about the geometric transformation. Here that we have a plane, this units thing, and x-axis and y-axis. This is called a plane, and on the plane itself here I can see the reflection of 2 triangles. زي ما احنا شايفين أنا عندي هنا ال y-axis. This is the y-axis. y-axis عندي ده الميرور لاين بتاع التراينجل, which means that أنا عندي a reflection of my triangle, which is in brown ABC. I have its exact reflection كأنه صورته بالضبط في المراية on the other side of the y-axis, which is the mirror line, and I get the reflection, which is the blue triangle. So here if we look carefully هنلاقي إنه كل point بتتنقل للناحية التانية من الميرور لاين بتاعتي بنفس الكوردينيتس أو بنفس المسافة في نفس المكان. فلو عندي هنا البوينت A على بعد 2 units من الواي اكسس, لازم الرفلكشن بتاعتها اللي هي A dash هتبقى على نفس البعد من الواي اكسس, which is also 2 units بس على الاتجاه الآخر أو الاتجاه المعاكس. And the same goes for the point B. Here the point B dash. So the point B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. It's 5 points or 5 units away from my y-axis, and I have its reflection B dash. Also, it is 5 units away from my y-axis, but in the opposite direction. Okay, now let's move to point C, which is the third and last point in this triangle. The point C here, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 units away from my y-axis, and its reflection, of course, will be also 6 units away from my y-axis, but in the opposite direction. It's in the opposite direction because here I get the reflection. The reflection is always with the same coordinates, the same angles, sides, everything, nothing changed, but it's only in the opposite direction. Okay, so even after transforming a shape, either using translation, reflection, or rotation, the angles and length of sides remain unaffected. في الآخر هلاقي الشيب هو ما بيحصلش فيه أي تغيير. كل اللي بيتغير عندي إني بشوف هو بيتنقل بأنهي way. Is it in the opposite side? Is it exactly the same side and the same everything, and I move it, I get a copy or an image for it, or I just rotate the shape, but at the end of the day, the shape is the same. It does not change. Now let's move to another point, which is locating points on array. Locating points on array. Observe the horizontal ray OX ray shown in the following figure. Okay? I'll start with the point O, which represents the number 0. The point O is the origin point. The point O is the origin point. In my plane, it is the 0 point where everything starts. Okay? دي اللي بنبدأ منها كل حاجة. ال 0 point. Okay? This is the origin point. الأصل، نقطة الأصل. It's where I start. Okay? If point A represents the number 4, as you see in front of you, I have the point A and the point B. The point A عندي عند ال point 4, this means إنه ال point A represents the number 4 أو number 4 ده where my point A is located, محطوطة عند ال point 4, and point B represents the number 7 وال point B and the number 7. Then the length of AB line segment, عايزة أعرف ال length بتاع AB line segment اللي هو من ال point 4 لل point 7 is how many units. Then this is what I do. I will subtract the two points from each other. This will give me the number of units that I want, or the length of this line segment. فإحنا عندنا البوينت الكبيرة البوينت B عند the 7th unit والبوينت الصغيرة A عند ال 4th unit. So 7 minus 4 is 3 units. Or I can even count them using my pencil, my handwriting. So it's from 4 to 5, from 5 to 6, and from 6 to 7. As you see, this is 3 units. What is the length now? What is the length of the line segment OA? And what is the length of the line segment OB? Let's go to the board and answer this question and the coming ones. Okay, so our question is the length of the line segment OA and the line segment OB. As we said, the point O is our origin point أو نقطة الأصل أو نقطة البداية. So here I want to know the length of the line segment OA. Then I have two ways to find it. Either to count the number of units with my pencil, 1, 2, 3, 4, or to check. The big point here is 4, so it's gonna be OA equals 4 minus 0, which is 4 units. Then the length of OA line segment is 4 units. Type. What if I want to get the length of the line segment OB? So here again, from the point 0 to the point B, I count 1, 2, here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, or 7 minus 0, so it will be 7 units. Here, another question. On the horizontal ray, OX ray, shown in the following figure in front of you, I want you to locate the point A to represent the number 1. عايزة point A and number 1. هاجي عند number 1 or the first unit. I'll draw an arrow and I will write the point A. Now B. Locate point B to represent the number 5. هكمل بقية الأرقام بتاعتي 4 5 6 7 8 9 sorry 9 and 10 and here the point B to represent the number 5, so here I'll draw an arrow again and I will write the point B and number 5. Letter C, locate the point C to represent the number 8. تاني, I will count till I go to the point number 8 and with an arrow I will write here point C. Okay. D, complete the following. The length of AB line segment. I want to know the length of AB line segment, then I will count the number of units. 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 5 minus 1, which is 4 units. Then the length of BC, I have here the point B, then I will count the number of units. 1, 2, 3, or 8 minus 5, which is also 3 units. And the length of AC, then I will count from A till C. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 7 units, or 8 minus 1, which is 7. That's it for this part. So let's go and take another idea. We will talk now about the coordinate plane. The coordinate plane is some kind of a grid or plane or a net that helps us to get the coordinates of certain points. يعني ايه الكوردينيت بلين؟ هي زي شبكة عندها two axes, two lines. One of them is a vertical axis, which is the y-axis, and the other one the horizontal axis, which is the x-axis. And we have origin point. Origin point زي ما قلنا على الراي دي البوينت بتاعت البداية وبنرمز لها باللتر O، وزي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا على السكرين هي موجودة عند البداية خالص أو البوينت of intersection بتاعت التو axis، الواي axis والإكس axis. طيب ايه فايدة البلين دي؟ البلين دي بتساعدني ان انا اعرف المحاور او الكوردينيت بتاعت اي بوينت موجودة عندي. It makes it easier to draw an image of a certain shape. فخلينا نشوف ازاي هنقدر نستعمل الكوردينيت بلين بتاعتنا في ال transformation of shapes or to get the coordinates of certain points. عندي هنا في أول ray, the red one, 5 represents the movement along the x-axis from the origin. يعني إيه؟ عندي البوينت O زي ما إحنا قلنا the origin point. بتحرك 5 units على ال x-axis اللي هو ال horizontal axis. فلما أنا اتحركت 5 units هاجي عند البوينت 5 وهطلع بالارو بتاعي عشان أنا كده وصلت للبوينت number 5 على ال x-axis. طيب what shall I do now with the y-axis؟ عند ال y-axis أنا عايز أوصل للبوينت 7، فهاجي من عند ال origin point as well وهعد 7 units لفوق لغاية ما هوصل للنمبر 7 and I will draw an arrow like you see the blue arrow. So this is going to be my point on the y-axis starting from the origin point. هيبقى اسم البوينت دي دلوقتي عندي the point 5 and 7. دول أو البوينتس دي اللي جوه البراكتس اسمهم the coordinates of this point. And the coordinates of the points لازم أبدأ الأول بالبوينت اللي عند الإكس أكسس، بعد كده بحط جنبها البوينت اللي عند الواي أكسس. أوكي؟ فلازم دايما ببدأ ببوينت الإكس أكسس. And of course as we said الكوردينيتس بتاعة الأوريجين، لأن الأوريجين بوينت دي اللي هي البوينت 0 it is 0 and 0. عند الأوريجين بوينت أنا واقفة عند الإكس أكسس at the point 0 and عند الواي أكسس also عند البوينت 0. So it's 0 and 0. So let's take an example. Give the ordered pair for each letter in the graph. We have the letters A, B, C, and A, B, C, D, and E, and I want to get the coordinates لكل point فيهم. فهنبدأ بالpoint A. عند الpoint A أنا هنا ما اتحركتش خالص من عند الإكس أكسس، أنا لسه عند الpoint 0. So الإكس أكسس point بتاعتي أو الكوردينيت بتاعي اللي عند الإكس أكسس 0. لكن أنا بعدت من الأوريجين بوينت عند الواي أكسس للبوينت 6. Then my answer will be 0 and 6. Now letter B. اتحركت من عند الأوريجين بوينت 2 units عشان أوصل للبوينت B and to the point 8 also on the y axis. So it is 2 and 8. Now point C اتحركت عند ال y axis ل point 6 and on the عند ال x axis على ال point 6 and on the y axis till the point 7. So it is 6 and 7. The same goes with D. عند ال x axis point D كانت 3 and y axis 4. So it's 3 and 4. And the point E على y axis it's 5 and at the على x axis 5 and at the y axis it's 2. So it is 5 and 2. That's it for now. Study well. Hope you understood the new lesson and we will continue later. Thank you. Bye.